Hello, this is Lavistro, the Dragon in Cyberspace, coming to you with all news, tips, and tricks within the gaming spectrum. On August 15th, YouTube rolled out new identification policies claiming it's to keep things safe. But hold up. YouTube and Google just got caught with their pants down. They agreed to settle a $30 million lawsuit for allegedly snatching kids' data without parental consent. This is exactly why ID policies and that KOSA bill are just bad juju. They cry, "Won't someone think of the children," while licking their chops because your data is gold. Tribe's gonna tribal, corpo's gonna corpo, and they're milking this for their own gain. Let's break it down and see how this hits the gaming community hard. YouTube's the primary platform we go for gaming, clips, streams, tutorials, act. But while Google's preaching about protecting kids with their YouTube Kids app and COPPA compliance, they just got sued for allegedly collecting personal data from kids under 13 without asking parents. That's names, searches, watch history, stuff they use to target ads. You know this, I know this, but some parents and users don't read the terms of service. They just say, "Here, Timmy, watch YouTube Kids. It's gotta be safe." Meanwhile, others are licking the corporal boot, defending how collecting your data is just their way of making sure you're not a kid thing bot-ish. Yeah, this is nonsense. It's why I don't trust corpos. I don't know who's on the other end watching what my boy watches. He's on my account, so I can control and monitor what he consumes. It's my right and duty as a parent to parent, not corpos, not the government. This lawsuit proves my point. Corpos and their tribal shills can't be trusted to care about your kids or your best interests. Only you can. The corpo corporal, and now they're settling for $30 million. But let's be real here. That's chump change for Google, and it doesn't undo the damage done. What perverted white van driving bear offering free candy has these kids' data now? And what do corporals even want with children's data? As a parent, this makes my blood boil. My kids watch gaming videos on YouTube like Minecraft and Legend of Zelda, you name it. I never trusted Google to keep their data safe, and this lawsuit just keeps proving why. I know I'm harping this again and again, but I'm going to harp it until the cows come home. Corpo's gonna corpo, chasing data like it's gold while acting like they care about kids. And you gamers get why this sucks. You've already fed up with KOSA trying to force ID checks and control what we do online, claiming it's for the kids. This lawsuit shows it's all a sham. Big tech doesn't need more laws like KOSA to protect kids. They just need to stop screwing us over. YouTube new ID policies, same deal. More control, more data, less freedom for gamers. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, what about platforms like Rumble or PickAxe? They're all about free speech, right? Hold up, let's talk about that again. Rumble marks itself as a free speech haven, right? But the terms of service ban content that's quote-unquote grossly offensive to the online community. Sounds vague, right? That's the kind of fuzzy rule big tech uses to censor stuff they don't like. And get this, in 2023, a lawsuit claimed Rumble shared user data with Metapixel, a tracking tool without consent. Now, we gotta respect their due process. Nothing's proven yet. But if true, it shows Rumble's just another corpo chasing profits, not some privacy paradise. Same with PickAxe. They claim no censorship, no algorithms, but admitted, as I covered in previous videos, to using AI, censoring content, and keeping your ID for a day just before deleting it. So much for total freedom. And it's not just the US. As we all know, across the pond, the UK's Online Safety Act trying to strong-arm 4chan, an American company with gaming boards, into censoring content under the same protect kids excuse. X post blew up with users like no censorship please calling it global overreach. Even better, platforms could pull the same data gains as Google or comply with KOSA if it passes. Tribe's gonna tribal, corporal's gonna corporal no matter what they promise. But this isn't just about YouTube screwing over gamers. Remember that censorship wave I covered before? Collective Shout, an Australian anti-porn group, got Visa and Mastercard to pressure Steam and itch.io into delisting thousands of games in July 2025. Not just sketchy titles, but now games like GTA and The Witcher are at risk. And by the way, as I found out, PickAxe thinks The Witcher is a porn game, just like Collective Shout. They claimed it was about protecting women and kids, but it's the same think of the children excuse Google uses while snatching data. Expos are buzzing with gamers calling this out as payment processors acting like unelected censors, strong-arming platforms to kill legal content. And KOSA, it'll just make things worse, handling corpos and governments more tools to control what we play or watch. As gamers, we're already fighting demonetization and content flags. Now we gotta deal with Karens and payment processor censorship, plus Google profiting off our kids' data. Yeah, no, we're done with this nonsense. So what now? Google's not changing overnight, and KOSA's still looming, trying to turn the internet into a surveillance state. As a parent, I'm checking YouTube's privacy settings, limiting what my kids can access and monitoring the stuff they watch. I'm not going to violate YouTube's terms of service and say ditch YouTube, but as gamers, you can explore tools or platforms that claim to prioritize user control. Just don't trust them blindly, is my whole point that I've always said. And be mindful of platform rules when using them. As I say, read the terms of service, or you'll probably agree to having your mouth sewn to some dude's ass on Taco Tuesday. And we all need to keep fighting KOSA and ID policies. Corpo and government got enough power. Don't let them use protecting kids as an excuse to control us more. I mean, the Prohibition did that. PMRC did that. We can name thousands of bipartisan acts and events in history with censorship using children as a shield. But we're gamers. We don't back down. Gamers and parents, let's call this what it is. Google, YouTube, and even free speech platforms, quote unquote, like Rumble or PickAxe, are corpos first, and any interest in their clients second. And this lawsuit proves we can't trust any of them, or laws like KOSA, to have our backs. Tribes are going to tribal, corpo's going to corpo, but we're smarter than that. Again, stay loud, stay private, and keep gaming. If you're pissed as I am, rend their chains. Smash that like button, subscribe for more gaming news that matters, and hit the bell. What's your take on this scandal? And as always, happy gaming.
Worlds clash in endless collision. Gaming news with a fierce precision. With a spark so wild it breaks the norm. In the tempest's eye, a cyberspace. Reclaim gaming and dragon cast. Fire breathing wide, screaming loud. Lavistro's here to shake the crowd.